Every inhale feels simple, effortless, but inside the body, that single puff unleashes over 7,000 chemicals, accelerates aging, rewires your biochemistry, and lights microscopic fires in your cells. Smoking is not just a bad habit. It is a biochemical assault, vascular catastrophe, and multi-system toxin delivery system that science has spent decades trying to fully understand. Today we explore what smoking truly does, from the moment smoke touches the lungs to the long cascade of diseases that claim more than 8 million lives every year. Welcome to a deep dive into the science behind one of humanity's deadliest addictions. Before we get too deep into this topic, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This will help bring the truth about health and healing to the thousands of people who need to hear this message. Now back to the episode. When smoke enters the lungs, the body reacts instantly. Nicotine absorption, 7 seconds. Nicotine moves through the lungs' alveoli and reaches the brain faster than an IV drug. Within 7 seconds, the brain is flooded with stimulation. Dopamine surges, leads to reward and addiction. Adrenaline releases, leading to a rise in heart rate. Blood pressure spikes. The sympathetic nervous system activates the fight-or-flight physiology. This is why cigarettes feel energizing. It's not clarity, it's a chemical stress signal. Carbon monoxide binding. Carbon monoxide, CO, binds to hemoglobin with 240 times the affinity of oxygen. This reduces oxygen delivery, forcing the heart to pump faster. You get less oxygen even if you breathe normally. Immediate inflammation. The airway lining recognizes smoke as a toxin. Cilia slow down. Mucus thickens. Immune cells rush in, and oxidative stress skyrockets. Even a single cigarette temporarily impairs lung defense. Cigarette smoke is a toxic cloud of carcinogens, metals, and free radicals. The big players in biochemical destruction: chemical, effect on the body; nicotine, addiction; vasoconstriction, elevated BP and heart rate; tar, carcinogenic DNA damage; airway obstruction; carbon monoxide, reduces oxygen transport; benzene, bone marrow suppression, leads to leukemia risk; formaldehyde, tissue irritation, DNA cross-linking; heavy metals, cadmium, lead; kidney damage, oxidative stress. Smoking is essentially daily micropoisoning, free radical overload. One cigarette delivers more free radicals than the body produces in a day. These radicals attack DNA, cell membranes, mitochondria, enzymes. This overwhelms the antioxidant system and accelerates biological aging, DNA mutation, and carcinogenesis. Carcinogens form adducts that change DNA bases. This leads to mutations in tumor suppressor genes, especially TP53. Once these mutations accumulate, normal cells become cancer cells. Smoking doesn't just damage cells, it rewrites their genetic future. The lungs take the largest hit. Chronic bronchitis. Smoke irritates the airways, and mucus glands enlarge, leading to mucus overproduction. Patients develop daily cough, thick phlegm, shortness of breath. This is the smoker's cough, a sign of airway remodeling. Emphysema. Smoke destroys the walls of alveoli, creating large, inefficient air spaces. Lung elasticity collapses. Breathing becomes work. Every inhale feels like pulling air through a straw. Lung cancer, the deadliest smoking-related disease. Smoking causes about 85% of lung cancer cases. 1.8 million deaths worldwide annually. Mutations accumulate until cells lose all control over growth. By the time symptoms appear, cancer is often advanced. The heart is the first organ to suffer. Nicotine and carbon monoxide create a perfect storm. Vasoconstriction leads to narrowed arteries. Higher blood pressure, faster heart rate. Thicker blood leads to higher clot risk. Damaged endothelium leads to plaque formation. Smoking increases the risk of coronary artery disease by 2 to 4 times, stroke by 2 times, peripheral artery disease by up to 5 times. Blood vessels stiffen and inflamed tissue builds plaque. Clots form more easily. A heart attack becomes a question of when, not if. Oxygen deprivation. Because CO occupies hemoglobin, tissues receive less oxygen. The heart works harder to compensate. Imagine running a marathon every day, even while sitting still. Nicotine addiction isn't psychological weakness. It's neurochemistry. Dopamine loop. Nicotine triggers dopamine in the nucleus accumbens. The brain learns cigarette equals reward. Over time, dopamine receptors downregulate, requiring more nicotine for the same effect. Stress hormone cycle, nicotine raises cortisol and adrenaline. Ironically, this is why smokers feel relief after smoking. They're relieving the withdrawal stress caused by nicotine itself. Genetic influence. Certain CYP2A6 variants make people metabolize nicotine faster, leading to stronger addiction and more cravings. Smoking affects every organ. Brain, increased stroke risk, cognitive decline, accelerated brain aging, reduced blood flow to prefrontal cortex leads to impaired decision-making. Lungs, COPD, chronic infections, reduced immune function, lung cancer, heart and blood vessels, atherosclerosis, thrombosis, arrhythmias, heart attack, reproductive system, reduced fertility, erectile dysfunction, increased miscarriage risk, low birth weight infants, immune system. Chronic inflammation suppresses immunity. Smokers get sick more often and heal more slowly. Cancers linked to smoking. Smoking is linked to at least 16 cancers, including lung, breast, bladder, pancreatic, cervical, kidney, stomach, esophageal, liver, and oral cancers. Tobacco is a whole body carcinogen. The numbers are staggering. Smoking kills more than 8 million people every year. 1.3 million of these deaths come from secondhand smoke. Smokers die 10 to 14 years earlier on average. Tobacco is the #1 preventable cause of death worldwide. Economically, smoking costs over $1 trillion annually in healthcare and productivity losses. This is not just a personal health issue, it is a global crisis. Here is the hopeful truth. The body is desperate to repair itself, and the moment you stop smoking, the healing begins. Healing timeline, 20 minutes. Blood pressure and heart rate begin normalizing. 24 hours. Carbon monoxide clears and oxygen levels rise. 2 weeks to 3 months. Circulation improves, lung function increases. 1 year. Heart disease risk drops by 50%. 5 to 15 years. Stroke risk returns to that of a non-smoker. 10 years. Risk of lung cancer drops by 50%. 15 years. Heart attack risk equals that of someone who never smoked. Quitting is not about willpower alone. It is about understanding your physiology, your addiction, and your value. Your cells want to heal, your DNA wants to stabilize, your lungs want to expand again, and your future wants you to choose it. Smoking is more than a habit. It is a biological conflict between toxins and the miracle of the human body. But science also shows this. Healing is always possible. The body is always reaching for life. And the moment you choose to quit, your biochemistry begins writing a new story. If this video helped you understand what smoking truly does to the human body, and if you believe in science, healing, and taking ownership of your health, then I invite you to join this community. Subscribe to the channel for more deep, visually immersive medical documentaries. Every week, we explore the biochemistry, physiology, and science of human transformation. If you found this episode valuable, give it a like, share it with someone who needs this information, and help spread truth that can save lives. And if you're ready to break the cycle of addiction, start with knowledge. Then take your first step toward healing. Your cells will feel it, your body will thank you, and your future will transform. For more information about our clinic, please go to drvictoriamuñoz.com or see link in description below. We have helped thousands of people regain their health and vitality, and we can help you. I'm Dr. Victoria Muñoz, and I'll see you in the next episode. Together, let's build a healthier, stronger, scientifically empowered world.